At the University of Colorado, we award more than 15,000 degrees each year. We've developed nearly 2,000 bioscience innovations. Our community programs serve more than 1 million people in Colorado. Our research has created over 150 companies, and we've partnered on more than 75 space missions. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
I finally found the healthcare I've been looking for. It's the UCCS Health Circle Primary Care Clinic across from University Village on North Nevada Avenue. The nurse practitioner managed clinic is a perfect fit. I have longer appointments so I don't feel rushed. And we've created a personal health plan that's really working for me. UCCS Health Circle is more than a provider. They're my new healthcare partner.
Since 1909, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference has been a leader in collegiate athletics, with campuses in some of the most scenic areas in the United States. And now in Salt Lake City, Utah and Rapid City, South Dakota, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, competition elevated.
There we go. So official UCCS. Get up, Calico. So official. Split dudes. So official. So official, baby. So official. Get up. Get up. So official. Get out your seats, 'cause it's so official.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned in to the Lion's Den, official source of UCCS Sports. I am the sports MC, MJR Jamandi, broadcasting live, that's right, live, I said live, inside the Gallagher Event Center on the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs campus. And I am joined, as always, by my partners in crime, the dream team of UCCS Broadcasting. To my left, we have the voice of UCCS men's basketball, Brandon Applehands, a.k.a. Sauce. How you doing, Sauce?
Doing well, man. Ready to talk some sports, basketball, softball? You know it, man.
I know it. And now they know it, and we're about to show it. And to my right, we got my other broadcast partner, my other partner in crime, the voice of UCCS women's basketball, the voice of UCCS softball. We got Charlie, no nickname, Botnick. Charlie, no nickname, Botnick. How you doing, buddy?
You know, I kind of like that nickname, actually.
You like
no
that?
Nickname? I like it.
Charlie, no nickname, Botnick.
I'm doing good, MJ. How about you? It's been a crazy weekend.
Crazy weekend,
Crazy
but
weekend.
Living the dream here on the Lion's Den in front of the millions and millions of listening Lions.
Couldn't be better.
That nickname might have to die, but we'll get something else by the end of the show.
Well, he doesn't like the nicknames that I give him, so we're just going with no nickname from here on out.
Maybe Cusimano and Fonseca can give us a nickname for
Yeah, because guess what? They're here live in the studio. We got Danny Fonseca, Jordan Cusimano right here, right over there. You can't see him quite yet, but they're going to join us here in just a little bit for another round of Beat the Broadcasters. They're also going to talk quite a bit of softball because it has begun. That's right. I am super excited because softball season has begun, which means spring has officially sprung. That is right. And we're going to hear all about it a little bit later. But before we go any further, we got to jump to how we always start the show, which is with Botnick's Best. That's right, Charlie Botnick, no name. Why don't you go ahead and tell the millions and millions of listening Lions out there what were the best weekends, events for UCCS? Give us the top happenings, Mr.
Gotcha.
Charlie, no nickname Botnick.
Well, either Botnick's best, Bang Bang's best, whatever it is.
There it is.
Top 3 Mountain Lions of the week. We'll start off at number 3. UCCS women's basketball player Tori Fisher had a great weekend. First game played Chadron State, had 16 points and 9 rebounds. Fisher went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. The Mountain Lions got that win 80-78. The next night, Tori Fisher was dominant both on the offense and defensive side. 15 points, 13 rebounds, as she had her second double-double of the season. Unfortunately, lost to Regis that one 70-73. Fisher right now is averaging 8.6 rebounds per game, shooting 72% from the free throw line. At number 2, you got the freshman, Jenna Knaufel. Her first game against Chadron stepped it up as she hit the game winner for the Mountain Lions. She hit a deep three-point shot for the Mountain Lions, as you see right there. 78-80 as, doing a little bit of sauce and spin. Play, bro, kicks it out to Knaufel, and Knaufel just hits the
I wouldn't say that, Charlie, but I like the shot.
As Knaufel finished with 13 points in that game. Then Knaufel wasn't done. Next game against Regis, hit another deep three-pointer to make it 64-57. Fortunately, Mountain Lions couldn't get the win there. Overall, a great weekend for Jenna Knaufel. She was averaging 7 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, and has had 7 double digits as her freshman year as a Mountain Lion. And at number 1, you got Alex Welsh, earned his second RMAC Offensive Player of the Week award, averaged 22 points and 68% from the field as they went 2-0 this weekend for the Mountain Lions. He's averaging 28 points per game in the last 5 games. Welsh scored 30 points with 12 of 14 performance from the field at Regis. He was 2 of 3 from the three-point line and perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line, as Welsh had 14 points, 8 rebounds against Chadron State. Only played 20 minutes in that game against Chadron State as they won that one 100-69. The Mountain Lions reached a 100-point mark in both games. There you have it. Alex Welsh, the shining lion, the best Mountain Lion of the weekend. Got the little bit of the Lion's Den bump, as we call it.
A lot of it, Charlie.
Yep, there you have it.
No nickname, Botnick.
Botnick's best, Bang Bang's best, no nicknames best, everything's best.
It's just all the best here on the Lion's Den. I got a question for you. So a few weeks ago, we had Jen Vigil on the show. The following week, she was named what in the RMAC?
She was RMAC Offensive Player of the Week.
Coincidence?
I'd say yes.
I think not. That's what we're going for, Sauce. I think not. Last week, we had who on the show?
We had Alex Welsh.
Well, he was with a guest.
Dalton Patton.
Yeah, they were both on the show. But Alex Welsh, what happened? You just named him as your shining lion because
he won RMAC Offensive Player of the Week. I think when we beat them in sevens, he got a little bit of revenge. Got RMAC Offensive Player of the Week.
That had nothing to do with it.
Pretty sure it did.
No.
Okay, but in any event, correlation, possibly even causation. You come on the Lion's Den, you get the Lion's Den bump. You are, in all likelihood, going to be an RMAC Player of the Week the next week. I mean, we're 2 for 3 here on the show with our guests.
Pretty nice.
Better tell Danny and Jordan about
That's
that.
right. That's
They're
right.
excited to look at them over there.
They can't wait to get on the show.
All smiles.
We got a lot to cover here on the Lion's Den. We're going to talk a little bit more about Alex Welsh, what he did this weekend to earn those honors of becoming the RMAC Player of the Week again. We're going to talk all about that and recap all the results as your men's basketball team went 2-0 this weekend on the road. We'll have all those results coming up right after this. We'll be back right here on the Lion's Den.
At the University of Colorado, we make quality education accessible to everyone. We award more undergraduate, graduate, and professional degrees than any other university in the state. We reimagine the way communities are designed, and we help people throughout Colorado to be healthier. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. Real quick, if we got any listeners out there, which I know we do, we have millions and millions of listening Lions. But if you have questions for our guests here today, Danny Fonseca and Jordan Cusimano, tweet us right now at Go Mountain Lions. Get those questions out there. We will get them answered for you because we're going to have them coming on the show here in just a little bit. But before we have that segment, we got to take care of some business. Business before pleasure. So we got to take care of what happened over this past weekend as your men's basketball team went 2-0 on the road, and whoo, did they put up some numbers, back-to-back performances, over 100 points. That has not happened many times here in the program. So you know right now the Mountain Lions are rolling. In fact, that's just the second time it's happened. So that goes to tell you how significant your Mountain Lion men are playing right now. They are catching their stride at the right time. And so I'm going to send it over to our resident basketball analyst, Sauce. What did you see from this past weekend? The men 100-69. That was the first night against Chadron State. I mean, a dominant performance. What were the keys to victory? What they do that allowed them not only to win, but to dominate on the road?
Well, you kind of, I mean, when you saw them warm up, you knew it was going to be a good game. And I don't know if you looked too much into warm-ups, but Mountain Lions, they were hitting everything in warm-ups. And you had 6 players in double figures. They get over 100 points. The first game they have 100-plus points. But, you know, what I was looking at actually, yes, you have 6 Mountain Lions in double figures in points, but you have Elijah Ross with 10 assists in that game. And so
the freshman?
The freshman.
The freshman.
He's throwing oops, man. He's throwing dimes. Some of those passes, he's threading the needles to the point where he's not playing like a freshman. He's what they call a true freshman, and he's not a Derek White by any sense, but he's on the road for greatness for the school.
He started off this season as a redshirt. He wasn't
Crazy.
even playing.
Him and Eagle Crest Blend Abdili.
That's a nice combination.
Nice
I got to tell
little
you, things are looking good. Charlie, you were there.
I was.
You were at Chadron State. What did you see? What do you think helped really propel these Mountain Lions to victory? And again, not just a victory, but a dominant 100-69 performance.
You know, like Brandon said, 6 players in double digits. The thing I saw at Chadron the most was Dalton Patton. Really, not the emergence, but he was just dominant.
21 points.
21
That's
points.
That's Lions Den bump again.
About 4 dunks that were just very contested. He played very well. And then, like Sauce said, Elijah Ross, 10 assists, getting his team involved before he gets himself involved. And, you know, he's really looking comfortable in that starting spot as, you know, we look there as the men's basketball scorer. And Alex Welsh catching up to Derek White. And, you know.
Hey, Dalton Patton's on that list, too.
Oh, yeah, number 10 right
there.
Oh, yeah.
Catching up.
Let's not look past that. He's right now number 10 in program history. That's all time,
and
Charlie.
he has the Lions Den bump, so
That's
you know,
right.
He'll get up there.
Well, I want to, now that we have this graphic up, or the last graphic, sorry, Jared.
We'll put it back.
So I was wanting to talk about Alex Welsh. I talked to him a couple days ago, and it's like Derek's record of over 1,900 points was kind of startling to a lot of people. We thought Derek had it by a long shot. But after this Lions Den coincidence, after this Lions Den appearance, man, he's had 42, 38, or 32, excuse me, and big game like it was Saturday when he had 30.
I mean, if he averages these numbers and the Mountain Lions go deep into the playoffs, he could legitimately break that record this season.
That's just it. If they want to win, he had to have these numbers, and he will break it if he wants to get that record. So it's going to happen.
If he averages in the mid-30s, he's going to do it, and he's been averaging well above that as of late. So that is completely in his grasp, and that's something to look out for because that is a historic number, catching Derek White on the all-time points leader. But more things going on than just that. As you see on the rebound list, he's starting to create some separation as he passed Jack Bain, now ahead by 40 rebounds with the rest of the season to add to that all-time record. He's trying to put that out of reach.
And, you know, with Welsh, when he was on the show, you could really tell how much he wanted that RMAC championship, do that, repeat. And both the seniors really have stepped up this year. Also, Kendall Godley really haven't gotten a lot of love right now, but, he has been playing well.
We love him
here on the show. He has been an offensive threat, and, his defense has gotten so much better the past couple of games. And it's been a great show for Kendall Godley. I think it was actually the New Mexico Highlands game where he dunked on that 6'10".
Oh, that was nasty.
That's when, Kendall Godley, KG, really, he asserted his dominance there.
Well, I want to say Welsh is finally now a walking double-double. Welsh is finally 10 rebounds and 20-plus a game. So that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's almost a given for him now.
Yeah,
it's not even difficult for him to get a double-double anymore.
Right.
Where's the competition?
Well, it's also funny because I wanted to talk about, I know we're short on time, but
we got all day, bud.
Saturday's match, I wanted to talk about that because Alex Welsh picked his spots and, a downtown kid from Denver and He goes back home. He's 12 of 14, only misses 2 shots on the night. And
Two all night?
And he goes for 37 and 2 assists and no turnovers. When you see a lot of bigs trying to make their mark on the game, you see a lot of turnovers, and that's how when you look, Charlie, you can voice for this. When you're looking at the scouting report, you know when a big is trying to force it because they have a lot of turnovers and no assists. Well, Alex Welsh averages almost 3 assists per game.
Wait, he only missed 2 shots all game? Charlie missed more than that last week in our sevens game. Are you kidding me? This guy. And then your Mountain Lions won 104-94 up against Regis. Again, broke the century mark 2 games in a row. Charlie, real quick before we cut to break, let me get your thoughts on that men's basketball game from Saturday night against Regis.
Regis, that was a fun game. All of those guys except for Ryan Van Pelt are Colorado guys, so a lot of family at that game. They really showed up, played well. That first half really set the tone and set the mood, and that's what the Mountain Lions have been doing. That first half, they have just been going at it and really, just scoring, playing defense, and I think they're really hitting their stride and momentum going into the RMAC playoffs.
Yeah, we travel well, don't we?
We do indeed.
Yeah, bring in the noise. Everywhere we go, we got more noise coming up here on the Lions Den as we're going to cover the women's basketball results from this weekend. Still a good weekend. Didn't quite get both victories, but a good performance on both nights nonetheless. We're going to break that down right after this break. Don't go anywhere. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports.
At the University of Colorado, we award more than 15,000 degrees each year. We've developed nearly 2,000 bioscience innovations. Our community programs serve more than 1 million people in Colorado. Our research has created over 150 companies, and we've partnered on more than 75 space missions. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference.
Since 1909, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference has been a leader in collegiate athletics, with campuses in some of the most scenic areas in the United States. And now in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Rapid City, South Dakota, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, competition elevated.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
I finally found the healthcare I've been looking for. It's the UCCS Health Circle Primary Care Clinic across from University Village on North Nevada Avenue. The nurse practitioner managed clinic is a perfect fit. I have longer appointments so I don't feel rushed. And we've created a personal health plan that's really working for me. UCCS Health Circle is more than a provider. They're my new healthcare partner.
Success comes from UCCS. From believing in yourself, from supportive faculty, from trying new things. Success comes from discovering your passion, from being fearless, from those around you. Success comes from UCCS. Apply online at uccs.edu.
And you are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. Don't forget, if you got questions for Jordan Cusimano or Danny Fonseca, tweet us at Go Mountain Lions. We'll make sure to get those questions asked and answered for you right here live on the Lions Den. But now it's time to break down what happened with your UCCS women's basketball team, because I got to tell you, fellas, they are looking quite good right now as well. They did go 1-1 this weekend, but overall, a solid record. Right now sitting at 17-8 overall in the RMAC, 13-6. Great weekend. First night against Chadron State. Took it to overtime. Won late, 80-79. We talked a little bit earlier in Botnick's Best about the deep three from Jenna Knaufel to lock things up, which I got to tell you is really refreshing considering last week at CSU Pueblo,
Yes.
she had the same opportunity, unfortunately didn't knock it down, but that's why you keep going to players that you trust because they're going to knock it down more times than not. So let's go ahead and break down what happened on the women's basketball side of things. Charlie, our resident women's basketball analyst, Mr. No Nickname Botnick. What happened? What were the keys to victory here for the women on Friday night against Chadron State in that 80-78 overtime victory?
And, you know, the Chadron one, that was a gut check for the Mountain Lions.
Gut check!
They were down at half, 38-30. They were down by 8. And, you know, the Mountain Lions have been in that situation before.
That was good stuff.
Really,
I like your skills.
You know, they've really just tried to find their stride. It's every given night a player has to step up, and that night was Jenna Knaufel, also
freshman
Tori Fisher. And, you know, that's the thing. Jenna Knaufel, she is that three-point shooter mind. She does not think. She just shoots, you know.
No
with
conscience.
that one, the three was a long one. She missed one right before that, actually.
From where? From where on the court?
Right about the...
From deep?
From deep.
From deep, yeah.
Behind the arc.
Well beyond the arc.
But Jenna Knaufel missed one before that, stepped up, hit that one. It was a broken play. Actually, it was supposed to go to Brittany Hernandez, but Jenna Knaufel stepped up as the freshman, fixed the play, won that one 80-78. You know, it was a really good game for her, and, you know, a lot of Mountain Lions stepped up, but a lot of foul trouble as 2 Mountain Lions did foul out, Shannon Leaf and Shannon Kelly. So, you know, freshmen stepped up.
Shayna, what are you doing?
No, here. Look, I want to... awkward silence. No. Chadron State, that game I want to talk about. The 2 girls that... when I came into UCCS, I knew them when they came in as recruits, and they were early signees. Tori Fisher, Gabby Ramirez, 2 players that have kind of been not wishy-washy this year, but they finally have tapped into this zone where it's when they need them. You know, obviously no Abby Kirchhoff, no guard play. I like Gabby Ramirez as a shooter. She had 20-4, and then Tori Fisher goes for 16-9, and that's huge. And
Solid.
obviously, you know, I wanted to talk about 2 things. My second point on this is that Jenna Knaufel, you got to have a short mind. And that you have to very quick release she has, but she's got to keep shooting it like she did because she did not shoot it at a good clip. I think it was 2 of 11. I gave her a shout that day on, you know, hey, just watch it, but I'll give her a shout out now. Good job on that shooting at Chadron.
Yeah. Look at that graphic right now on your screen. The UCCS women's basketball team in contention to host the first-round RMAC playoff matchup, but they got some work to do with only 3 games left in the regular season. On Friday night, they took care of business, got the win in overtime. Saturday night, unfortunately, things didn't work out quite so well in their favor. A 3-point loss, 73-70 was the final score against Regis. Charlie, no nickname, Botnick. Let's go ahead and talk about Saturday night's action. Why weren't the Mountain Lions able to pull out that victory on Saturday night like they did the night before?
You know, Regis was a tough one. They played them before here at Gallagher. Couldn't pull that one out. But the thing with Regis is they have great guards, Bailey Purdy and Caress Williams. Williams did foul out, but also Kaylee Rader. She had a monster game, was matched up against Tori Fisher. Tori Fisher had a chance to talk to her about it, said just knew how to pick her positions, really killed the Mountain Lions on the offensive glass. And, you know, that Kaylee Rader actually had the game winner, hit the 2 put-back layup to put the Rangers up. So, you know, she had a great game. Mountain Lions, tough one. Jenna Knaufel had a good shot to try and tie it up at the end, just couldn't get that one to go. So, you know, it was a tough one, and now that one was fighting for playoff position, too, because Mountain Lions are tied with Regis for the 4th spot. Actually, a 3-way tie right there. But, you know, they just have to come back and really play stronger now.
And see, that's the thing, is they will drop if they don't. I mean, you saw the stats, or you saw the records. They're only a couple wins from 8th, and so they got to be careful. They got 3 games left.
They're also only a couple games from moving up that ladder as well. Let's look on the other side here,
I'm not going to be negative. It's just like the RMAC is so competitive that, you know, I did want to give a shout to Tori. She led in points, rebounds, and assists.
All 3?
I like the depth of this Mountain Lions team for the women's side, but like they gotta put it together. Brittany's got to step up and be vintage Brittany, and then once you add in Tori, once you add in Gabby, you're going to be fine. And I expect them to, yes, gain some spots on the RMAC, but no, it's going to be competitive to be.
Yeah, a lot of parity right now in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference in terms of the women's basketball side of things. So your Mountain Lions looking to make that playoff push with just 3 games left. They're all here at home right behind us in the Gallagher Event Center. So looking to defend home court starting this upcoming Friday. But we have more to talk about here on the Lions Den than just basketball. As great as they're doing, we got another season that is underway. They began a few weeks ago in Las Vegas, Nevada. They're going back to Las Vegas this weekend, a different Las Vegas, but they're going to talk to us, tell us all about it. We got Jordan Cusimano and Danny Fonseca live in the studio. They're going to join us when we come back from break, but don't forget, if you have questions, tweet us at Go Mountain Lions. We'll get those answered for you right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to the Lions Den.
Since 1909, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference has been a leader in collegiate athletics, with campuses in some of the most scenic areas in the United States. And now in Salt Lake City, Utah and Rapid City, South Dakota, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, competition elevated.
At the University of Colorado, we award more than 15,000 degrees each year. We've developed nearly 2,000 bioscience innovations. Our community programs serve more than 1 million people in Colorado. Our research has created over 150 companies, and we've partnered on more than 75 space missions. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference.
I finally found the healthcare I've been looking for. It's the UCCS Health Circle Primary Care Clinic across from University Village on North Nevada Avenue. The nurse practitioner managed clinic is a perfect fit. I have longer appointments so I don't feel rushed. And we've created a personal health plan that's really working for me. UCCS Health Circle is more than a provider. They're my new healthcare partner.
Success comes from UCCS. From believing in yourself. From supportive faculty. From trying new things. Success comes from discovering your passion. From being fearless. From those around you. Success comes from UCCS. Apply online at uccs.edu.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. Charlie, no nickname, Botnick, I got a question for you. What makes us an official source of UCCS Sports? Ooh, put him on the spot. Sauce, what do you got? No. Stumped him.
Some of the best announcers and MC.
Ooh, I was
Best MC in the RMAC.
Well, I appreciate you, but I was going more for our wonderful guests that we get here on the Lions Den. Joining us live in the studio, we got Jordan Cusimano and Danny Fonseca. That's why we're an official source, guys, of UCCS Sports. They knew that, but I stumped them. I tricked them a little bit, apparently.
That's not an answer.
Yeah.
Best
So,
MC.
ladies, thank you for joining us here this evening. How you doing? Danny, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I'm very well. I speak for them. They're also doing great.
Good.
Yeah. How about you, Jordan?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Good. Excellent. I have a question for you. I have a lot of questions for you. I really want to know, okay, your new head coach, Ricky Rothbauer, not listening. Nobody's listening. So I have a question. Can you talk to us about that transition real quick? I'm going to jump right into things because I'm curious. Like I said, she's not listening. So give us the truth. How do you feel here about the new head coach, Ricky Rothbauer, as opposed to her previous coach who you were here and you played for as well? Can you talk a little bit about that transition and what are some new elements here under Coach Ricky?
I think definitely from the girls who were here last year to this year, it's definitely quite a transition. Both very different coaches, but great coaches nonetheless. I mean, Coach Ricky, very to the point, do what we got to do and get out of there and, work hard and put the work in now. And that way when the game comes, all you got to do is you don't even have to think, you just play.
It's a very political answer. Like I said, she's not watching. So, Jordan, can you give us the
senior,
truth?
Though.
Can you give us the truth?
That's a senior answer right there, Dan.
Well said. Very well said. But we're going for the truth here on the Lions Den. Jordan, your take. What are your thoughts on the new head coach?
No, Danny said it. I think we were all excited for a new start. We were excited to just completely do something new and come together as a team, and I think our biggest thing was coming together this year, and I think Coach Ricky has done such a great job of that, really bringing us together and making sure that every day we focus on team values and team core values for us to focus on and really get to the end.
Those are great answers because actually Coach is watching, I'm sure. So well played, ladies. Yeah.
Look, I want to ask you guys both. I've known Danny for quite some time now. And Danny, I know you're from California too. Mm-hmm. And then I meet this girl, Jordan, and she's also from California.
Cali represent.
Did you guys ever play each other in high school, ever know of each other? Obviously, we have a lot of California players on the team. But as far as you ever, obviously you might be best friends. So how's that working out?
No, we never played each other in high school. She's from SoCal. I'm from Northern California. So, no, never heard of her until she came here.
But now everybody knows about her.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't know Jordan?
Yeah, she's got some good style, though.
Unfortunately, never met her before. She did become my best friend. So, shout out to Larry, her father.
Hey, Dad.
And,
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Danny's dad.
Hey there.
Going to a little bit more, it's still the beginning of the season. A lot of goals to be reached. What is your personal goals, and what is really the team goal this year?
Personally, as a senior, it's just go out there, have fun. Leave it all on the field. It's my last season, so make sure I'm just putting it all out there, leaving nothing behind. I think as a team, play to the best of our potential, come together as a team. And I think last year we had a couple of problems with dealing with adversity, so really stepping it up there and trying to all come together when things start to fall apart.
Personally, as a sophomore, I think as a sophomore, I want to start my career out strong because I'm still in the beginning of my career as Danny's at her end. So I want to start mine off strong and just help the team come together with anything I can do and get my job done and focus on my job. And then as a team, I think just building leadership and building togetherness. And I honestly believe that our team can make it to the end, and I really want to see that happen for Danny, for myself, for everyone that's on this team.
Well, if the season ended today, you'd be in first place. You'd host the entire RMAC tournament. You're actually the only team. Yeah, let's just end it right now. Only one weekend, that's enough.
First place looks nice.
No, that is not enough because I love softball season. I am super excited that the season is upon us. As you can see from that graphic right there, you're the only team right now with a winning record in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. You earned that in your trip to Las Vegas, and you're going back to Las Vegas this weekend. Different Las Vegases, which one do you prefer more?
Oh, definitely Nevada.
The one you went to already,
Yes.
The Las Vegas in Nevada?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
That one's fun.
Yes.
How do you feel about your upcoming trip to Las Vegas, New Mexico?
Besides the fact that it's in New Mexico, I think everyone's really excited. Season's here. Let's get rolling. We've been sitting around for so long, it feels like, that we're ready to have conference going. I think New Mexico will be a good opponent to start our season out with. Keep the momentum from Las Vegas, Nevada going and just see what we can do.
Jordan?
Personally, I like the road trips because Danny's forced to hang out with me, so she can't get away on a bus. No, but I love traveling with our team. We have a great time, and I think traveling and doing those hours on the road is what really brings us together, and I think you can't do anything but hang out with each other, so I think it really gets us ready for that weekend, and we do really well on the road. So
road trip.
Here's the thing, though. You guys are traveling, over 10 hours to New Mexico Highlands, and so I wanted to ask you guys, what's really your thoughts about travel? Obviously, Danny, you've been here a while, and Jordan, you're getting adapted to all these crazy road trips. Do you give any advice to the team as far as, hey, bring a pillow as far as that, or to, hey, how well can you play on the road? Because these road trips are definitely grueling on you. And this trip is not the easiest to make. What do you really tell your players?
I just try to make it as comfortable as possible. Bring a pillow, bring a blanket, make it whatever feels like home. It's kind of the best you can do sitting in a hotel room. We have a lot of time off. You sit in the hotel room all night long until the next morning. So, just comfortable, have fun, keep it light. Don't get too stressed about it.
Spoken by a calm senior. That's just Now, what are you thinking, sophomore?
No, I'm thinking bring some music. Let's rock out on the road. I'm thinking let's have some fun. No, but no, it's a good time. And I always say just bring your A game or bring something that's going to get you started. If it's a quote, if it's anything, if it's a video that you want to watch before a game, just to get yourself pumped. Because home games, you get really pumped. Your whole fan base is there. But away games, it's people rooting for the other team. So I think bring anything you need or think of anything you need that will get you ready for this game and get your mental state in mind.
You know what you got to do? I think you got to check out some highlights of Charlie Botnick and his interviews. That'll get anybody hyped for their games. I think that's the go-to.
But you know,
he disregards.
Maybe. I don't even know what I was going to say. You know, Danny and Jordan, you know.
It's your best friend. You
just
gotta
lost me. There we go. You know, Jordan, I've known you. We've gotten closer this year. You know, we had class together, and you know, I kind of know your softball background, and you know how you used to work with your dad and your brothers. But really, what made you play the game of softball? Same for you, Danny.
My mom put me in ballet when I was 7 years old, and I was way too hyper for it. So she decided to throw me in softball, and I was just running around the field, and I was getting dirty, and I love the freedom that it gave because ballet is so constricted, you know. So I love the freedom of the game, and I think that's what kept me going is that I had the freedom to make a mistake, and I also had the freedom to succeed. So I carried that from 7 years old till 20 now. So
you like turn off the style now and you like get down and dirty? Yeah.
Sure.
That ballerina got the footwork though.
Absolutely. Yeah, I started when I was 6 years old too, and I think it was just the fact that my mom wanted me out of the house because I had two older brothers to deal with also. So she just said, go play softball. There was a rec league right down the street from us, and I always remember my first practice. My mom always told me I'd come home crying. I said, I hate softball. I'm never going back. And she's like, I should have never sent you back because here I am 16 years later, still playing.
Did you have that powerful swing back then?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, it was, you know, the typical 6-year-old swing. I'm just throwing a bat around, hoping to make contact.
Ladies, we're going to jump to the Twitter sphere for just a second and see what the millions and millions of listening Lions out there want to ask of you lovely ladies. Mr. Jared Werner Oz, behind the curtain, can you shout out a question or two for these ladies that the millions and millions of listening Lions want to have answered?
From @VarsityGator28. What's a big difference between the sport of softball and any other sport?
Oh, that's a great question. Which one of you ladies wants to tackle that first?
I don't know. I think just mostly. I mean, softball not very. I don't know how to say it. Like it's not like you're not going at it 100% of the time. It's kind of just like spurts of okay, go 100% for this one swing or for this one throw. So I think that's kind of one of the major differences. You're not going at it all the time.
Jordan, your insight from ballet to softball, those comparisons?
No, I think softball you use everything. Like you use the torque of your body, you use your feet, you use your hands, like good feet movement, good eye contact, or hand-eye coordination. Eye contact.
Eye contact, also very important.
Good hand-eye coordination and communication. I think like it's a sport that uses everything, so there's a part of the sport for everybody. So I think that's the biggest part.
Okay, so I got a question for specifically you with your ballet background. The first home game, when you get on base, what kind of moves are we going to see that relate to ballet at that moment? You going to do some spins on first base?
I'm twirling on that base.
Twirling, perfect, okay. We can't wait to see that go down when the Mountain Lions open things up. Here in just a couple weeks, we're going to have our home opening weekend, the end of February, but on the road this weekend. Real quick, ladies, before we get to our game, we're going to play a game. Because we always do beat the broadcasters on the game. We have a chance to beat these guys.
We did win last week.
That's right. We're on a roll. One game winning streak. We're about to make it
It's not a winning streak if you have one game. It counts.
You got to start somewhere. Okay, so what are your thoughts on your upcoming trip to New Mexico? You're going there. Let's get your thoughts real quick. What do you expect? 4-game series on the road, New Mexico Highlands. What do you know about them? What are your thoughts before we do our wonderful Beat the Broadcaster game?
Well, they turned to about half their roster from last year, so I mean, it's basically a brand new team, just like we are. We're completely different from last year too, so it's kind of hard to know exactly what to expect. But I think if we go out there at our best, we can easily take 4 games, no doubt about it.
Easily.
Yeah.
Confident senior right there.
No, everyone says it. Like, our team has an immense amount of talent. Like, it's incredible, the girls we have on our team. And everyone's fighting for a spot, and everyone wants it, and everyone wants this season to be their best. So I think all we can say is that this weekend is going to be the jump start of the rest of our season. I think we're going to go at it really strong.
It is the official start to the RMAC regular season. I couldn't be more excited about it. Ladies, we really thank you for stopping by here on the Lions Den, but you're not free to go yet because we're going to play a game. And what we got coming up is Beat the Broadcasters. We're going to do a home run derby. I'll explain all the rules when we come back, but you don't want to miss out on the action here on the Lions Den. Don't go anywhere as these two broadcasters go head-to-head against these two softball players in a softball game. I wonder who's going to win. I don't know.
Most dangerous dangerous hitter in the Armac, so that's a pretty...
And pitcher.
That's a scary term, though. I mean, that's coined last year, so I'm nervous.
Well, if you want to know what happens, stay tuned right here to Lions Den. We'll be back right after this.
Bye, Danny's dad.
Since 1909, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference has been a leader in collegiate athletics, with campuses in some of the most scenic areas in the United States. And now in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Rapid City, South Dakota, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, competition elevated.
At the University of Colorado, we make quality education accessible to everyone. We award more undergraduate, graduate, and professional degrees than any other university in the state. We reimagine the way communities are designed, and we help people throughout Colorado to be healthier. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. It is now time for Beat the Broadcasters. We got the broadcasters down there on the floor, along with our softball players, Jordan Cusimano and Danny Fonseca. We're going to do a bit of a home run derby here on the Lions Den. Each batter is going to get 10 pitches. They don't have to swing at every pitch, but like a home run derby, they're going to pick the 10 pitches they like the best. A swing counts as one of their pitches. They got to hit it past the half-court line for it to be counted as a home run. We're going to take the combination of home runs, so Jordan and Danny will tag team, and if their number beats Sauce and Charlie, they win, and vice versa. So we're going to see how all that goes down in just a minute as our participants are ready. Ready? Are we good? Everybody good? All right. First one up, we got Jordan pitching to Sauce. First pitch on the way. She's bringing the heat. Oh, that is what we call a whiff. That is a whiff for Sauce. That is strike 1. That wasn't even close, Sauce. Come on, we're going for 2 in a row here, bud. Okay, hey, you made contact with that one. At least you touched the ball. That is solid progress. Now we're going to hit it. No, wrong sport. All right, that's 2 pitches down. No, it's not golf either. There it is. That's 1. We're going to count that as 1 for the broadcasters. That's 1. And 3 pitches. That's 4 pitches. You're at 4 pitches with 1 home run. Jordan's bringing the heat. There it is. Solid contact on that one, Sauce. That's 2. 2 for the broadcasters. All right, you got 5 pitches left. No bunting allowed. Yeah, if you get it in the rafters, that is an automatic win. That, however, is an out. Pitch number 7, you got 3 more pitches. You're sitting at 2 home runs, Sauce. Oh, the curveball! He just watches it. If that was in a game, that was a strike. And that's another strike. That is another whiff. Hey, it's good you got the hang of the game, wiffle ball, but we don't want to see you actually whiff. 2 more pitches. There's one. Hit the ceiling. Hit the ceiling. We're going to count it as a home run, though, because it was clearly over the wall. You got one more. You got one more. One more pitch for Sauce. Oh, we need the ball. I don't think that was anticipated, was it? Running thing. David Olson already running things. Thanks, David. No, that one doesn't count. All right. Sauce finishes with 3 home runs. That's a solid performance. I mean, that's like batting .333. We'll take it. All right, up next we got Jordan Cusimano for the softball players. You got 3. 3 home runs. That's 1. So far, Jordan's batting 1,000. I don't think this is going to be close, guys. That's 2 pitches and 2 home runs. Still batting 1,000. Still batting 1,000. Now 3 for 3. Sauce, why don't you go ahead and turn up the heat just a little bit? I mean, are you trying at all? I don't think you can get one by her. That's what I think. 4 for 4. Charlie, good luck. That's all I have to say. Danny, I don't even think you're going to have to bat if you don't want to. Oh, you finally got a strike. All right, that's 5 pitches and 4 home runs. Where's the screwball? Oh, does it have the distance? It does not have the distance, folks. That's pitch number 6. David's ready. He's trying to take home a souvenir ball. Ooh, that was a solid hit, but not necessarily a home run here today. That was a solid single with a ballerina move at first, though, if it was a game. And that one is a home run. All right, 2 more pitches. We're at 5 home runs. Sauce shaking off the initial. Oh, I think that's going to pass the line. Judgment? Nope. The official ruling comes from me, and that's a home run. And that's 2 home runs. And that's the end for Jordan. Jordan with 7 home runs here today to Sauce's 3. That's all right. It's all on Charlie. Charlie is going to go 10 for 10. All right, Charlie, no nickname. Botnick, what do you got, buddy? What? Don't swing. You don't like what you see, don't swing, buddy. We can't count that as a home run. You weren't even close to hitting it. Hey, there you go. We'll count that. That's 1 for Charlie. Charlie, try to hit a home run. Try to hit it up. No. Okay, well, let's first work on hitting it, and then we'll work on hitting it far. It's 3 pitches for Charlie. There you go. It's a solid foul ball, but we'll count it as a home run here today. Charlie said that was for you, Mom. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. That's the 5th strike. 2 home runs. So far, Jordan is still beating both of you by 2 home runs. We're going to need at least 3 out of you here, Charlie. Charlie, this isn't putt-putt, buddy. You got 2. You have 2 home runs. You have 6 pitches, 4 remaining. There you go. There you go. Be a little more selective. Hit by pitch. Take your base. Danny really going inside. Here's a screwball. Really stunned him with that one. All right, 3 more pitches. You can't catch it. Charlie, we're not playing catch. There you go. That's one. All right, so far, Jordan's still beating you two by 1 home run. There you go. That was some solid contact, Charlie. Looks like you ate your Wheaties this morning. That was over. We count it. It was over the line. You got 1 more pitch. You're sitting at 4 home runs. You did beat Sauce, just for the record. This isn't Major League. Don't step into it. You're not Roger Dorn. Don't step into the pitch. All right, that's our last strike for Mr. Charlie. Okay, so officially they already won. Officially, the game's already over. So, but we still want Danny to play and show you how to do it. Okay, here we go. Danny Fonseca. They need the reliever for Charlie after 2 pitches, apparently. His arm is spent. Woo! Bringing the heat. That's a home run. Well, that's a solid hit, not a home run. You saved that for the weekend, though. All right, we got 3 pitches down. Danny with 1 home run. And is it going to cross the line? It does. That's a home run, folks. Yeah, what gentlemen, huh? These guys. Nice. That's a home run at Coors Field. All right, that's 5 pitches down, 3 home runs. 6. Well, cross the line, we got to count it. All right, that's 7 pitches. You need all 3 home runs here to tie your teammate. Oh, looks like Jordan's going to be our ultimate winner here today. Woo! Catch it, Charlie! Don't be afraid, it's a wiffle ball. That is home run number 5. 1 more pitch. Don't bother throwing it to the pitcher either. Back at ya. That's another home run. Way to cap things off. We got a final score here of 13-7. So it was actually closer than I anticipated. You did well, fellas. Well played. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Beat the Broadcasters. Looks like the run of the broadcasters has come to an end. At least for now. We're looking to make a comeback next week here at Beat the Broadcasters. But great job to all of our participants. The guys did great. The ladies just did better. But we got more to do here on the Lions Den, more to cover. When we come back, we're going to get into David Olson running things. And that's what he's going to do when we come back. He's going to run things, tell you all about what you need to know in the track scene here from UCCS and your Mountain Lions. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
At the University of Colorado, we make quality education accessible to everyone. We award more undergraduate, graduate, and professional degrees than any other university in the state. We reimagine the way communities are designed. And we help people throughout Colorado to be healthier. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference.
Puts his head down, lunges away across the ring, breaks it in the clear, across the 40, 50, 45, 40. He's got a blocker. He's going to shoot from 25. There it is, right in the goal.
Moody now goes outside to Opson. Opson off the block, it's out. The Bills win! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. Really want to thank our special guests for stopping by here today, Jordan Cusimano and Danny Fonseca. Really do appreciate their time and a great round of Beat the Broadcasters. Broadcasters fell short just a little bit, but it was a close contested game, and that's what we like to see. Everybody had fun, hopefully. I know the ladies did because they got the win, and they're going to carry that momentum into the weekend as they travel to play New Mexico Highlands in Las Vegas, New Mexico. We'll have the results for you right here on the Lions Den in a week from today. But right now, we're going to jump to our next segment here. We got David Olson, Wholesome David Olson. Finally found the name, buddy. Wholesome David Olson. We're going to roll with that from here on out, if you're cool with it.
Yeah, that's
you're a wholesome guy?
I'd agree with that.
Perfect. Yeah. Just what all the mothers love to hear, right? You're wholesome.
Yes. Charlie's especially, so.
Touche. All right, so Mr. Wholesome David Olson, let's talk some running things. Let's talk a little bit. This is the first time since the show started back up, we're not going to talk much about Chantel Fondren because she didn't dominate this weekend, only because she wasn't in action, because she would have if she had somewhere to be in competition.
Yeah, they did not compete at all last weekend. So
the whole RMAC is fortunate.
Yes.
She would have dominated them again.
She's been doing that the whole season, so it would make sense that she would.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have a whole lot to talk about, but
in terms of recap, we got some stuff to preview, right? Because they're coming up this weekend.
Yes, they are.
Joe Davies Classic.
Yep, Colorado School of Mines this Friday and Saturday.
So are they starting to run there now to make sure that they get there in time?
I think they'll probably take a bus.
Oh, a bus? Okay.
Just to kind of save their legs a little
more
bit.
Efficient.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Sure. Yeah. So that way when we get there, we're not spent and we dominate again, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why we keep winning.
Yeah, I'm glad
we're not running it.
I'm glad we're learning the sport.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk real quickly about who are we going to be talking about in a week from today, Mr. David Olson, in terms of recap for the Joe Davies Classic. What's our preview looking like? Who are the notable names to look out for?
Yeah, so we have a lot of women competing. We have Molly Klotz in the 400, big group of women in the 800. Chantel in the mile, so I'm guessing that's kind of the race that she's focusing on.
How fast do you think her mile is going to be, David?
Well, right now she's at about 4:57
for 1 mile.
For 1 mile, yeah. I think she can. She has a good race. I mean, hopefully 4:55, something like that.
4:55.
Yes.
5,280 feet in less than 5 minutes.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes, absolutely. And
I can't do that.
well, I mean, it's a provisional time, so obviously it's pretty decent at the Division II level. So we'll see if she can get that down. Obviously, we hope that she does. That being said, a few more girls in the 3K, and then one girl in the 5K, Abby Topper. I think this will be her first race of the season.
Topper? That's
yes.
a great name because when we compare her to anybody else, we're going to say she topped her. Right?
Yes, absolutely. And then so Mish did not actually send me who is competing on the men's side.
Coach Mark Mish?
Yes.
Did he email you?
He does not. They don't really focus on indoor a whole lot. The focus is more on outdoor.
I see.
Yeah, but I do know that David Camayo is going to be in the mile, and
how fast do you predict he's going to run his mile?
Well, right now he's at about 4:14. And
4 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yeah, so I think he's shooting for about a 4:10 or so.
4 minutes and 10 seconds?
Yeah, and that would be, I believe that's a provisional time. So,
I believe that is super fast.
It is very fast, yes. So we'll see what he does this weekend.
Okay, so we're going with the usual suspects, it sounds like, in terms of your predictions.
Yes.
Any predictions that maybe some names that we might not anticipate that you think will do really well here this weekend at Colorado Mines?
Well, I would say if freshman Willie Moore, if he's in the mile,
Freshman.
I think, I know he ran the mile a few weeks ago and did really, really well. I think he was 4:37 or so. Unconverted, which is pretty good for a true freshman.
So when you convert that, it's going to be a lot faster.
I'm not quite sure if he is in the mile, but if he is, I think he can do pretty well in freshman standards.
What's your fastest mile, David?
Well, my fastest mile is actually from high school, and so it was like
mine too.
It was 4:33-ish, which is. It's all right, but it's nothing spectacular.
Did you post about it on Facebook?
No, that was never really my cup of tea.
Where's your proof? You have proof?
I didn't even have pictures of it.
You have no pictures?
No pictures
of it. No Facebook status about it?
No, nothing. No Twitter,
I
Instagram. It didn't.
I don't think it happened.
It didn't happen.
Okay, well, I challenge you to a race at the rec center. How about that? I run there like every day, buddy.
Yeah, we'd be a lot more equal now that I'm not on the team.
I'm going to take you.
Yeah,
All right, challenge has been thrown down. All right. So, Mr. David Olson, next week we got a few names to be looking out for.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah, you anticipate good results overall?
I think they're going to do all right.
Do all right?
Yeah.
I think they're going to do better than all right, and we're going to tell you exactly how they did, how great they did, in a week from today as we recap the Joe Davies Classic. We're going to bring Wholesome David Olson in back next week to run things a little bit more. David, thank you so much for stopping by here and telling us all the things we need to know track.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, like Chick-fil-A? It's my pleasure, buddy. When we come back, we're going to jump into Sauce's Spin. Anything and everything you need to know about what your Mountain Lions need to do to get the win this weekend in basketball coming up. Don't go anywhere. You are tuned into the Lions Den.
Since 1909, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference has been a leader in collegiate athletics, with campuses in some of the most scenic areas in the United States. Now in Salt Lake City, Utah and Rapid City, South Dakota. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, competition elevated.
Success comes from UCCS, from believing in yourself, from supportive faculty, from trying new things. Success comes from discovering your passion, from being fearless, from those around you. Success comes from UCCS. Apply online at uccs.edu.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
That's a nice clip, guys. No, Brandon Applehands on Sauce's Spin is your film analyst this segment. And what we're going to talk about Black Hills State University. A lot of things on these guys. 11-12 overall record. They're 9-10 in conference play, and they are tied for 10th in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Also, the Mountain Lions beat them 93 70-66 in their last matchup. But things are different this time. Mountain Lions will face them here in Gallagly this time. We're going to look at some film clips in this one. Some high scores. Nick Ongarato, the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets at 19 points per contest. Then with 14, you got Riley Ryan, the big fella, number 32, and then number 11, Wyatt Krogman, the former Offensive Player of the Week. But, let's start the film here. Black Hills State won this one against Westminster College, 81-77. Now this clip here, this basic offense for the Yellow Jackets, the guards and the bigs really interchangeable. They like the dribble weave. They like the jump stop. Very a fundamental team. And honestly, the Mountain Lions shot over 70% in that win. There you see a nice bucket by Riley Ryan. So this game is definitely going to be a different story. Now this next one, number 23, the senior Tate Hilgenkamp. He did not start against the Mountain Lions last time. That's just a good finish there. Quick first step. Now this next one, this is another sighting. He had 7 points in this contest. Cash money. I'm going to let that one just sit there for a second. Now this next one, number 3, Patrick Mendez. He started against the Mountain Lions, and he's very good at getting that corner 3. Black Hills State, very good at the extra pass. Now clip number 5, left for Max Mueller. He's a good back down body. Very fundamental big, and him and Riley will bang down there low, and they will get a lot of offensive board. He had 5 offensive boards that night, and it's crazy to believe that we haven't talked about Nick Ongarato because he's their high scorer in this one. That's just a nice athletic drive there. He's a 6'4 guard, and he can definitely wreak havoc on the RMAC he has on the Mountain Lions in years past. As for this next one, very good team in offensive rebound. There you see a miss, actually a good miss. And that's just a big body Mueller. 5 offensive boards like we talked about. You got to put a body on him. Now I want to talk about the defense for Black Hills State. They have a 2-3 look more times than not. You got to feed the high post. Alex Welsh, Dalton Patton, they got to work down low and really go there and eat. As for the next clip, another 2-3 look at it. And the way you beat this 2-3 zone is you got to screen the top 2-3 guys. So you got Krogman and Ongarato top of the key there. If you screen one or both, you're going to get a wide open look. And honestly, that's Brandon Malone's shot there, all written over it. Last clip for you here. Black Hills State, danger zone alert. When you turn the basketball over, Nick Ongarato will get him an easy bucket, and they can get out in transition. And there you see the Mountain Lions tied for 4th. And not Black Hills State, they are definitely not out of it. Tied for 10th, and they are definitely in the hunt for the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, trying to get that playoff game, let alone an upset. They obviously would be in that 8th spot if they won out, and a lot of things happen. But Mountain Lions got to get the win by going inside, obviously shooting at a high clip. Once again, they shot over 70% in that last contest, and honestly, a lot of things were different. Brandon Malone did not play in that contest. Tim Haas stepped up big. Alex Welsh, all those guys normal. But for the Mountain Lions, get a win here in Gallagly. They need to step up big, and don't let this team get easy buckets in transition. And they love a set offense, so just got to stop them and play good D and try to outscore them 100 points in these last couple games. So that does it for Sauce's Spin.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, to the millions and millions of listening Lions, I know you all wanted to know what the Mountain Lions needed to do to get the win, and now you know. If you don't know, now you know. We got a lot to watch for this upcoming weekend as we are in mid-season form here in the spring semester. We got softball on the road at New Mexico Highlands looking for the sweep, and your Mountain Lions on the softball side of things looking to stay at the very least above 500. There you see it, 3-2, the only team in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference with an above 500 record. You can bet they're looking to add to that this weekend as the RMAC season opens on the road for your Mountain Lions. So best of luck, and you should anticipate a Lions Den bump for one Jordan Cusimano and Danny Fonseca. Records could be broken this weekend because they were here on the show, and we know what happens when you come on the show. Right, guys?
Yep, I'm expecting Jordan Cusimano to get our first home run of the year.
I like that.
Next weekend. This weekend.
This weekend?
This weekend.
That's the official Charlie No Nickname Botnick prediction right here on the Lions Den. You heard it first. That's right. We got more than just softball, though, fellas. We got the Joe Davies Classic, in which our wholesome David Olson talked about everything you're going to need to know, some names to look out for. We also got basketball coming back home here at the Gallagly Event Center. We're going to start things off with the women tipping off against Black Hills State at 5:30. The men to follow. On the women's side of things, Black Hills State 19-4 overall, 16-3 in the RMAC. So a stellar team there. That's going to be a great game. On the men's side of things, 9-10 for their overall record for Black Hills State, 11-12 in the RMAC. So on the men's side of things, I think we should definitely be cleaning house on Friday night. What do you think, fellas? Predictions?
I like Friday, Saturday, obviously a 2-0 sweep, but we talked about this when you face no offense, but a lesser of a team. You got Mountain Lions definitely having a win this Friday night, but you got to bounce back and play that doubleheader Saturday. And so then you got that rival MSU Denver, and
for the final regular season home game.
Exactly, and you can't have your eyes set on that one. So you definitely got to take care of these teams that obviously are not in the playoff run as of now, and you need to put them to rest.
And, with the Black Hills State specifically, Mountain Lions went to their gym, shot 60% in the first half.
60?
60% in the
That's
first half.
pretty good, Charlie.
Played very well. I think Black Hills will come in here with a little chip on their shoulder, trying to get this game in there, in Gallagly, Friday night, be here.
That's fine. We'll knock it off.
We'll
knock the chip off their shoulder and beat them.
It'll be a good weekend overall for the men. Alex Welsh will probably stay on this tear. Mr. Double-Double, as MJ used to call him.
Isn't he?
He is indeed.
Literally a walking double-double now.
Okay, then.
Rounds.
I was just really early with that prediction,
You were.
and it finally has come to fruition.
And he's 77 points away from tying. Obviously, I think he's going to get it in a future prediction. Monster game against MSU Denver. One of his last times he might play them. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool game.
Well, on Saturday night, they're going to follow things up. The women are going to host South Dakota Mines, coming in with a record of 10-13, 7-12. So on the women's side of things, that should definitely be a win for the women's basketball team. On the men's side, 6-13 overall record, 8-15 in the RMAC. So I think at least 3 wins this weekend for the men's basketball team. I'm going to say 4 wins on the road for softball.
Oh, yeah.
4 wins. Jordan Cusumano, first home run.
And you heard it from Danny.
I'm going to keep
You
saying
heard it
that.
from Danny. It's a 4-0, man.
4-0.
From the players, it's the best place.
Going for the sweep.
Sweep.
Well, listening Lions, sadly our time has again come to an end. But don't you fret, my friend. We will be back again. So be sure to tune in next Tuesday to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. Until then, go Mountain Lions!
Bye, Mom.
At the University of Colorado, we award more than 15,000 degrees each year. We've developed nearly 2,000 bioscience innovations. Our community programs serve more than 1 million people in Colorado. Our research has created over 150 companies, and we've partnered on more than 75 space missions. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference. At the University of Colorado, we make quality education accessible to everyone. We award more undergraduate, graduate, and professional degrees than any other university in the state. We reimagine the way communities are designed, and we help people throughout Colorado to be healthier. We are 4 campuses, united in making a difference.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
He's head down, wedges his way across the lane, breaks it in the clear, across the 40, 50, 45, 40. He's got a blocker. He's going to shoot from 25. There it is, right in the goal.
Moody now goes outside to Opson. Opson off the block, it's out! The Bills!
I finally found the healthcare I've been looking for. It's the UCCS Health Circle Primary Care Clinic across from University Village on North Nevada Avenue. The nurse practitioner managed clinic is a perfect fit. I have longer appointments so I don't feel rushed. And we've created a personal health plan that's really working for me. UCCS Health Circle is more than a provider. They're my new healthcare partner.
Since 1909, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference has been a leader in collegiate athletics, with campuses in some of the most scenic areas in the United States. And now in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Rapid City, South Dakota, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, competition elevated.
There we go.